Hello everyone, my name is Jacqueline Wyndham. I'm one of your eCW certified trainers. Today we're going to be going over two workflows. The first workflow is to change an ICD-9 code to an ICD-10 code from a regular future dated order. And number two is that we're going to change the ICD-10 code for a past order that was previously put in as a today order. Okay, the first thing that we're going to go over is changing an ICD-9 code to an ICD-10 code for a regular future dated order. In order to do so, we're going to click on Treatment in the progress note. We're going to click on Browse beside the Diagnostic Imaging area. And from here, we're going to see that we have a DEXA scan, future dated, but we see also that it has a diagnosis code of 599.70, which as of October 1st will need to be changed to an ICD-10 code. When I hover over the 599.70, it tells me it's for hematuria. All right, so what we will do is we will find the ICD-10 code that corresponds with this and then connect the two. The first thing you would want to do in order to do this is to uncheck mark the ICD-9 code under Assessments. Then we're going to click Add. This will bring up your Smart Search area. We will need to ensure that the Use ICD-10 button is checkmarked. And then in our Smart Search area, we can type in the original ICD-9 code. In this case, it was 599.70. The original name was just hematuria. So as we see, 599.70 and then hematuria is the top of the list. This will then revert to R31.9. It's under the ICD-10 area. So if I click on the word hematuria, this will move it to my selected assessments. At this point, I will click OK, and it adds it to my assessment list. At this point, I will check mark R31.9 for hematuria so that it will associate with the order that I'm about to move to today. And then I will click on the blue arrow that will transfer to a today visit. At this point, this brings up the ICD CPT Association screen. I will verify that the ICD-10 is still checkmarked, and I will press OK. At this time, you see that the DEXA scan was moved over with the ICD-10 code attached. From here, you can move forward as you regularly would. The second workflow is for changing the ICD-9 code to an ICD-10 code for those past orders that were previously put in as a today order. So for instance, if you were to go to treatment, you would not see anything because it was previously put in on a past date as a today order. So if I were to click on treatment and I were to click on browse, I would see that there's nothing in future dated orders ready for me to move over. I know that they are coming in for the ambulatory phlebectomy. So at this point, I would X out of here and I will go to the DI link in my dashboard at the top of my progress note. From here, I will click on imaging at the top so that it will sort for me and is at the top of my list. The one on April 20th is for ambulatory phlebectomy. As I see, it was originally associated with abdominal cramping, which was 789. So I would need to make sure that I notate that it's 789 for abdominal cramping for the assessment code, and that the order was for ambulatory phlebectomy 10 to 20 stabs. The reason that we want to make sure we notate this is that we will cancel this order and then we'll reorder this with the correct ICD-10 code. At this point, now that I've notated the order and the assessment, I will check mark canceled. At this point, you would click on the internal notes and you would type in why you're canceling the order. Today, we're going to type in canceled order and reordering due to changing diagnosis from ICD-9 to ICD-10. And I will press OK. I will X out of this screen and I will go back to treatment to order this order properly. Okay, so at this point, we're going to go back under Browse and we're going to uncheck mark hematuria and we will press Add. At this point, I'm going to type in the original ICD-9 code, which is 789.00. And the original one was for abdominal cramping. So the third one down says abdominal cramping. So I will match this from the original order. I will ensure that the Use ICD-10 is checkmarked at the top, and I will click on abdominal cramping. This will move it to my selected assessments, and I will press OK. Now I can check mark abdominal cramping, and I can choose ambulatory phlebectomy 10 to 20 stabs, just like the original order was. And now I can move this to today. In the ICD CPT Association screen will appear. I will press OK. And as you see, now we have the correct order with the correct ICD-10 code, and we have canceled the previous orders so that there are not any duplicated orders. This concludes those two workflows. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to us at eCW Training Questions at palmettoprimarycare.com. Thank you.